Welcome to Embody Safety with Eva. And today I will talk about how to bring softness back into your body and back into your relationships, and why being soft doesn't mean that you are weak. It simply means that your body can stay safe and the rest in connection with yourself and in your relationships. We often confuse softness with weakness because we were praised for being strong. And we've learned that being strong means being composed all the time, being capable, being two steps ahead, no matter how you feel inside. And our body learned that being strong, especially as women, meant carrying tension in our body. And being strong through being alert, being busy, and always anticipating what might go wrong next. And usually that strength that we were praised for is in fact active self-protection. It is your body's stress response to a harsh environment and to relationships that lacked safety and softness that often felt dangerous. If life taught your body that it wasn't safe to stay still or open because it might lead to pain or being hurt, then staying soft might feel like walking into a battlefield without wearing an armor. But softness is what happens when our body learns that it can find safety with us, that it can find inner safety, and it doesn't have to defend all the time. And then that safety is expressed through your body as the way that you are present. It is expressed through your posture. It is expressed through your breathing. Because when we are disconnected from our body, when we are in that state of self-protecting through tension and disconnected from the experience of the world and the emotional experience, our body will start to reach for coping strategies. Coping strategies are meant to help us stay strong, or at least distract us from that inner tension and underlying fear and anxiety and that experience that's going on in your body. So you might find yourself scrolling on your phone late at night to avoid loneliness. Or you might find yourself drinking a glass of wine to take the edge off, or to at least let your body relax or help your body relax for a moment. Or you might find yourself being always busy, planning, being productive, and being helpful, because slowing down might mean that you will have to face and feel what's waiting to be felt in your body. And it's not that coping strategies are bad or wrong, but they just lessen the noise. They distract you from the noise that you are experiencing, and they don't take you all the way home. And that's why using gentle somatic practices and gentle, healthy somatic tools that are not addictive, because the majority of coping strategies are addictive, is so effective in showing our body way back home and way back to safety, where your body learns through consistent daily self-regulation that it is safe to stay present, it is safe to be with myself, it's safe to be here, and I have the capacity to experience the emotions and sensations that are coming up for me. And the regulation, healthy regulation, is not about controlling your emotions. It's about creating enough steadiness in your body so your body says, you can be here, the experience, the emotion, the sensation, you can stay here, but I am not leaving myself this time. And coping strategies also show up in the way we love. So, for instance, if you lean more anxious, your body is going to cope by creating more closeness. You might find yourself replaying conversations in your head or texting or double texting for reassurance, or you might over explain yourself because your body is afraid that if you don't do that, if you don't use those coping strategies, love might disappear. If you are leaning more avoidant, if you are on the other side of the spectrum, your body learns to self-protect by keeping distance. So you might get up and leave when a conversation becomes challenging or someone calls you out on your behavior or how you show up, or you might stay busy and distance yourself, or you might withdraw altogether from a relationship if you experience too much closeness. If you find yourself on both sides of the spectrum, if you have the fearful avoidant attachment or the disorganized one, in other words, then you are familiar with both sides. Your body wants to trust and it wants closeness, but it doesn't know how to trust that closeness. And what we call patterns of behavior are in fact your body's memories of how it once kept you safe. And as safety returns, those memories start to loosen, and you find yourself in secure relationships where your body knows how to stay without putting on that armor of defensiveness. And for many of us, even good sensations like pleasure, joy, ease can feel scary or terrifying because we are not used to staying with the sensation. That's why before you go into any experience of expanding your capacity to stay with the sensation or feel your emotions, we need to build your capacity, your body's capacity, your nervous system's capacity first to stay present and to stay with the emotion. And the capacity means that your body can stay with the experience, with joy, with sadness, with pleasure, without shutting down or feeling extremely overwhelmed. And then lastly, we use simple somatic tools like the ones you find in my free somatic guidebook that I will link for you below, daily and consistently, because that's the most effective way to retrain your body and to show it small moments of safety that eventually expand your capacity to receive more of what you want. And small, consistent moments of safety teach your body that it is safe to be me. And I can stay with myself even when something challenging happens, or even as I am rewiring my patterns, or even as I am expanding my capacity to receive and something amazing happens, or I notice a moment where I received without having to earn or without having to perform. And I can now take it in as an evidence, but I have to have enough capacity in my body to, first of all, notice that, and then to stay with that experience and let it land in my body, let it land in my system so I can enjoy it. And as you start practicing, as you start using those simple somatic tools, I want you to also start noticing what type of voice do I hear inside? What type of voice does come up for me? Because in my one-on-one practice, what I notice a lot is that when women start doing this work of reteaching their body safety, they try to change themselves, or they try to create safety from that same emotional state, from that same energy in which they were hurt. So by pushing and forcing and criticizing themselves. And that's where our body starts to tense again, because that inner critic demands performance. And it sounds like you should have been over that by now, or you are doing it wrong, you are not doing enough. But the healthy parent leads with warmth and steadiness and presence, and that the voice of inner healthy parent says, "We've got this. I am here with you, and I am not leaving you this time. I am not going anywhere. And you have as much time as you need to practice, and you have as much space as you need to make mistakes. And you are allowed to grow, and you are allowed to rest, and you are allowed to slow down." And every time you give your body this gentle compassion, it teaches your body that it is safe to stay here with myself as I am, exactly as I am. And I don't have to earn love or perform for love. I can simply receive it. And I can also receive kindness and support. So this week, I want you to celebrate small wins. Perhaps it's pausing before you react, or it's using a somatic tool when you find yourself scrolling on your phone. And it's in those moments, it's in those tiny moments, it's not a huge breakthrough. It's those tiny, consistent moments that create more safety in your body and eventually allow you to open to receive what you desire. And if you've been in that go mode and your body craves more rest, safety, and softness, you are welcome to join the Sanctuary of an Embodied Woman, where we practice this together. As always, I would love to hear from you in the comments, and I will see you in the next one.